Hey, what's up, guys? Check, mic, check, 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 check. what's up, guys? Welcome to another stream of what Grant is trading today. Today, I have a few stocks that I think is going to be very interesting for the next few days. And before I go ahead, show you guys my tickers, and you are welcome to ask any questions in the chat, and I will answer any questions that you guys have. But today I want to do something a little bit different. I'm sure you guys have heard of indicators before, right? So now I want to ask you guys, if you look at my computer, my chart right here, I have EMA, I have moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and a VWAP, and a MACD, RSI, and a volume. These are the most commonly used indicators out there, and I want you guys to let me know which one of these indicators you guys are interested. And so if you just type in the indicator that you want to know more about, I will be doing videos around these indicators. And the more vote, the more emphasize I'll be emphasizing that particular indicator or indicators. Some of these indicators, they are easier, and some of these indicators, they are more advanced. But regardless, I am going to make a video about these indicators and how to use them. And I think they are very powerful. Yeah, a lot of them, they're very, very powerful. And it's just a great tool to use when we do our trading. And also, another thing is that though these indicators, they are powerful, but there's no holy grail that one of these or combination of these that's going to rule them all, basically. And sometimes there are a lot of very experienced traders. They prefer to have as few indicators, or they only use one or two. Sometimes, I feel like the traders that I know, they use at most three. Most of them use two, and some of them use just one. They just use that because it kind of filters that noise in the market. So they kind of think it's quite distracting if you have too many indicators. So that's that. All right. So it looks it's pretty quiet in the chat today, and I haven't seen anybody ask any questions. But regardless, like I said, any of these indicators, if you guys are interested, just let me know, and I will be I will be making another video about these indicators. All right, so here we go. Again, EMA, exponential moving average, and moving averages, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, MACD, and RSI. I think volume is it's one of the, it's actually, for me, it's the most important indicator. I trade things mostly based on volume. So you guys, probably I'm not going to be talking about volume too much. So you don't vote volume, but vote for any other indicators right there. So what's up, Rapunzel? Morning. Yeah, like I said, all right, so you guys should just look at these indicators and let me know which ones you like, and cast your vote in the chat, and I'll be making another video about these indicators. All right, let's go to our tickers of the day. So space is really interesting. Space is it's just kind of odd. Don't you guys think so? Yeah, so hello, my girl. Yeah, so space is super, super odd right there. Basically, it rose 217% in the past 2 months. It rose 200. So let's take a look at this space. Alrighty. So basically, I think you can see. I think my chart has been refined. that I'm using my watch list right here. So not all of them. I'll be talking about. I won't be talking about all of these tickers, but the tickers that I talk in my live stream, they will be included here. And sometimes I kind of like I move them around a little bit. And also I have another indicator right here, and I also changed my cursor to yellowish. Hopefully, because last time. Some of my viewers complained that my cursor is kind of white. So because I prefer the light white view of Webull. I'm using Webull. It's quite interesting. Yeah, it's really convenient. Especially to show you guys. But I trade on interactive brokers because they give me better rates. So, and I have been using interactive brokers for years, and I'm not here to to promote because I'm not affiliated with IB Interactive Brokers or Webull or any other things. I think all of these platforms, they have their pros and cons. So I one of these days I'm gonna try all of them, and I'll be making a video on what these platforms are like, the differences and pros and cons. Right? So here we go. So now, if you look at space, Virgin Galactic Holdings. So it's interesting for the last 2 months. Yeah, for the last 2 months, 2 months right there, it rose a lot. It rose 217% or even more, I think. If we depends on where we're looking at. If it's from its low right here, I guess. Let's see how much it rose, but now it's kind of going down. We'll be talking about that a little bit, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how it works. If it's from here to here, that's like let me see. That's like 290%, which is I'm not sure if you can see it. Okay, 291% right there. This is really insane move just for 2 months for anything. It's just insane. But somehow that, despite its very good news on Sunday, that it kind of like, from last Friday, I think it came down 27%, which is weird. And the last time somebody was asking me, I don't think I answered promptly and answered nicely. Because I think I misunderstood one of those viewers, but I think now I know what he was asking or she was asking. So, but anyways, so space Virgin Galactic, it traded south, and sometimes people they say it's that buy the rumor and sell the news. I think it's one of those reasons, but. I read a little bit more. So that Virgin Galactic, they are going to sell 500 million their common stocks. And so investors who would like to see that their stocks get diluted, you know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons I think these investors and those stockholders, they want to take their profit, which I think it was a great move. It went from $57.51 all the way down to right now it's trading. Well, yesterday's close it was $33.07. So that's like what? That's like 50% or 40% move. So nobody wants to see their stocks get diluted. That's like a 42% move. So basically, if you have $100 in it, you lose $42, which is it's insane. And the investors obviously, the market shows exactly how investors feel, or at least how they felt about this common stocks, 500 million common stocks that are going to be available. So obviously people they don't like it. So I think that's a huge reason right there. And also buy the news. Usually for me, that when I see people buy the rumor, sell the news. When I see that it doesn't sell 40%. I think at most that from my trading experience, the most I've seen maybe 15. I'm pushing it. That's like buy the news, sell the buy the rumor, sell the news. I can't talk today. I'm sorry. So buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah, that's like a common Wall Street phenomenon. Investors, they love doing that thing. So that's that. So right here, obviously, I think, is it a good buy? I like this stock. I have high hopes for this. So I think right now, if I have a plan to hold this stock for long term. I don't have this one yet. I have Apple. I have been talking about Apple for so long. I'm a huge fan of Apple, even though I don't, I don't agree some of their business practices. We'll get to that. We'll get to that, in the future, about Apple. But Apple stock, obviously, has been very profitable for me, for the since I invested in it. So that's that. But anyway, let's come back to space right here. So I'm thinking about, I think right now, let me see the after hours and how much is it trading right now. 33. Now it's trading even lower, folks. Okay, look at it. Right now it's trading around $32. If you can see it, $32.25. So for long term, I think I'm bullish on this stock. But today, if I'm going to day trade this, I still have to watch it very closely, because which is one of the things I told you guys. If I this is a moving average. This is my 200 moving average right there. So this is one of the things I follow my rules. Not all the time, but most of the time. I'll tell you why. This is my 200 moving average. So I always trade with the trend. So have you guys heard that trend is your friend? Trend is your friend, all right? Trend is definitely your friend. So if you look at the 200 moving average, the trend is obviously going down right there. You see that? There's this huge downtrend right there. So I don't feel comfortable, place a long position on space, for short term. So because I always trade with the trend. So today I'm looking for a short. I'm still looking for a short, but it's been trading down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. So this is the 5th day. You never know. So we'll have to see. But if I'm shorting this stock, I'm going to have, first of all, I always have a stop loss. And if I'm not watching the stock, I have a trailing stop, and I'm going to think about shorting this stock, at the open, perhaps. We'll see. But let's see how the market reacts. I am also open to have a reverse long. So I am not afraid of going against the trend with my day trading. All right, that's that. So can you make your cursor bigger too? Yes, I can make my cursor bigger, but I think this cursor is still okay. But I can make it a little bit bigger if you guys like. Here we go. Yeah. So buy the dip. That's the thing. If you like space, and if you are thinking about holding this stock for long term, I think this opportunity is amazing. It's a great price. Buy them at discounts, right? For example, every time Apple goes down, I add more. Every time it goes down, I add more. Basically, it's like buying with discount. Yeah, space long term, buy the dip, buy the rumors, sell the news. Interesting. I think I'm not sure. I'm not sure which one of you asked me this question last time when I streamed. So if you would let me know in the chat, I would. If you have any more questions, because when you asked me, I think I didn't answer your question properly. So I apologize for that. Here we go. I buy the works. I'm not familiar with the works, even though I heard this ticker. Somebody sent it to me, but I didn't take a look at it. That's very interesting. If I get a chance, I haven't studied, so I can't tell you much about it. But Apple, why not Amazon? No, avocado, man. Amazon is great. I am long Amazon. If you go back to one of my streams, let's look at Amazon here. If you go back to one of my live stream, I talked about specifically why I want to long Amazon long term. But right now, it's still not working. I think I'm losing a little bit of money. I think I got around the 3,700 range. So right now it's trading a little bit lower, around the $3,690 range. So I think I'm losing a little bit of money, but that's okay. That's the thing. Amazon, I have confidence. I'm completely confident with Amazon, and my position is well placed, and then my size is within that is within my range that I can take a loss. So I'm very comfortable with Amazon. So Amazon definitely is something that I really, really like. So going down to buy more. Yeah, Amazon. The reason, okay, let me just tell you one more time why I think Amazon is great. All right, so you guys, since you are asking about Amazon, so here we go. This is what this. Let me see, 1 hour candle. Let's look at daily chart. So for long term, let's look at daily charts. Basically, each candle is 1 day. So last time, that's exactly what I said. Okay, if we look at this. Let's take a look at this a trend channel. Let's take a very quick look at this. Here we go. That's not the rectangle. Trend channel right here. This is what I was talking about. If you see this trend channel right there, it's not moving. It's moving up a little bit, but not really right there. Let me fix a little bit. I would like to make it a little bit bigger, right there. Here we go. All right, guys, take a look at this. All right, I want you to take a very close look at this, since you are asking about Amazon. This is from last July, and this is this July. So for Amazon, it has been consolidating for a year. And even during the worst of times, during COVID, Delta COVID, whatever that is, even during the worst of the times, like I said, but it's still consolidating. It's trading a little bit higher, and it came down a little bit, So obviously, it's not really trading higher. But what I thought right here, it tested once right here, tested twice, sort of, third time, sort of. But these two daily candle or whatever right here, these two right there, these two candles, it kind of had basically it's a breakout, and it's a very, very solid. And the volume, if you look at the volume, I talk about volume all the time. So if you like a volume, this volume is great. And that's why I had confidence that I think it's going to rip. It's going to go. That's why. This is the reason. Do not trade, do not invest without a reason. Do not invest. When you place a trade, ask yourself, do you have a reason? Why do you want to get in? Is it because some of the indicators? Sometimes, to be honest with you, I don't trade 100% with the reasons, because you always have that feeling, like guts feeling, that you want to say, hey, I feel this is going to go. Yeah, that's good, but you also have to have a reason along with your like gut feeling. You know what I mean? So that's what I do. And right here, this is a clear sign that Amazon is going up, and it's going to rip. But once it rips very slowly. And obviously, if I look at this one, we have a higher highs, and then we have a lower highs. Kind of, you see even this candle right there. The low is $3,660. But this one, is a 35,000. This one is even a lower. If this means even lower, $3,600.21. So $3,621, and this one, the low is 71, and this low is 60. So you see, it's not making a lower low. It's not making that lower low. What is a trend? Trend is a friend. What is a trend? When you have an uptrend, you have a higher high, you have a higher low. When you have a lower trend, you have a lower high and a lower low. It's not making that lower. It's not making that lower high or higher low. Yeah, so right there. So obviously, the low is not lower than the previous low. So it's not making a lower low. So it's not making that a higher high either. But that's why I still have confidence. Even though it's not making that higher high, but it's sort of making that higher high if you look at this one. But for the past 4 days, it's kind of like you're not going anywhere. But that's Amazon. Yeah. Somebody said you have faith. You're confident in Disney. Who said that? I saw it. All right, toy soldiers. Yeah, I would like to know if you can tell me why you're confident in Disney. Sometimes this is one of the things like I'm not making fun of you, but this is one of the things that I hear a lot. People, they say they're confident in something, but they don't have a reason. I am confident in Disney, but I have a reason. Do you have a reason? The reasons could be from some of the analysts or these very reputable people that they say something, or the numbers, some like statistics, solid numbers to back up your claim. And also you can have your own like inputs. Obviously in Disney is interesting, and I think that if COVID, remember now what I'm saying. I think it's common sense. But think about it. If COVID, which is in California now, there's no, you can go out anywhere, you can eat. My dad is just like going anywhere without a mask. I guess you don't have to. I'm not sure. I have to ask him. I don't live in California right now, but I have to ask my dad. But I know that right now the lockdown has been lifted. So just imagine that the lockdown is over and there are no restrictions, no quarantines. Think about how Disney is going to react to that sudden boom of people wanting to spend their money. People are dying to just go out. Disney, now to think about it, I would spend twice as much just to get Disney, for the tickets. I think it's like $150 for a day. I would spend $300 a day just to go to Disney right now. That's how pissed and how uncomfortable I feel right now, because I have been boxed into this have been sitting inside my home, can't go anywhere. So so definitely I'm dying. So here we go. What do you mean by rip? Rip means going up. Rip, not a rip off, Rapunzel. Rip, when you say a stock is going to rip, means it's going to go up. Like going up very quickly, very fast. That's what rip means. Yeah, so I have confidence in Netflix. Netflix, something I want to talk about, very interesting as well. Yeah, so here we go. That's space. Here we go. Let's jump to Netflix and we'll go back to BABA since somebody wants to talk about Netflix a little bit. So Netflix is interesting because, it's trading Netflix. It's trading Netflix. I think, if I'm correct, let me see, make sure. I think it's 6th straight session. Yeah. Netflix has been trading higher for the past six sessions, and this morning, it's trading even higher. Oh, yesterday, right now, let's see I just want to take a close look at the pre-market. Now it's trading a little bit lower, but that's fine. That's okay. Well, right now it's still trading higher. Even though yesterday, it rallied. Correction, kind of like consolidating and kind of traded down a little bit, and right there, people, because of course, this is very easy to understand that he traded for 5 consecutive sessions that traded high, and the investors, obviously, they're gonna take some profit. And after hours, look at this. The buyers just came in. Insane buyers just came in. Yeah. This, by the way, by the look of this, this is my 200 moving average, and if it opens around like 200 moving average, which indicates as a strong support. But like I said, this is going to be 6th straight session traded higher, so you gotta be careful. But it's worth to put a long position, but I'll watch it closely. I I like that, I like that the fact it's touching that, because there's a key resistance. This 200 moving average. It's huge resistance. So when it hits right there, you'll be a good entry point. Sometimes I use it to as a reference for my entry points. So it's gonna be interesting. So yeah. So that's what Netflix is, And what is interesting, as you can see right here, I put, they hired a Facebook executive to lead its video game unit. So when I heard about this, right, my initial reaction was very indifferent. I wasn't very optimistic about it, but I am happy to see that Netflix is trying to get a bite of this video game pie. So they're trying to take a bite of this pie. So that's kind of interesting. It's gonna be very good for consumers, because the more competitors there are, the better for the consumers, because they're gonna compete. So the price is going to be very friendly, because if you have a monopoly, that's different. But if you have everybody's competing, it's gonna be good for consumers. So that's what I'm thinking, and I'm not sure if you guys, of course, I'm sure you know this, right? So Netflix, I grew up with Netflix. I had an account with Netflix DVDs. I'm sure you guys know this, that they have an envelope that they mail you DVDs. Then you get your DVDs, you watch the movie, you send it back. I came from the beginning with Netflix when they were mailing DVDs to people, and my cousin was a customer, I was a customer, so Netflix has come a long way. And then when they announced their online streaming service, God, it was just wonderful. And have you seen their shows? The Witcher, all of these, the Queen's Gambit, amazing programs. They're just a great company to invest. Yeah, so that's why I'm looking forward to. I still feel a little bit indifferent, because video game is kind of like one of the things that I am a gamer. I'm not a hardcore gamer, but I consider myself to be a gamer, because if you talk about anything games, I can talk about it. So they're entering this area. That's gonna be a little bit challenging, and I am looking forward to see that. Netflix, yeah, and the Facebook, executive, sounds like a very interesting move. So yeah, all right, that's Netflix. We're there. All right, Netflix risky. I do not agree risky. If you have your size right, of course, their spread is wide, and they move and big. They have these big moves. Yeah, for example, this one. How much move is that? Let me see. That's like a 3% move. So yeah, well, it's not that much, but the price is pretty expensive. It's like expensive stock, Yeah. So like expensive. The stock is expensive, and the price is high. They're different things. Okay. So it's an expensive stock. Is it high? That depends on valuation. Sometimes a stock which is at $1, it's still high, but it's not expensive. But the price, for example, like Dogecoin, if it's $1, I think it's expensive for me. Yeah, so that's that one. Yes, so they're not earning much. All right, so for those of you came in late, I would like to repeat this again. All right, so right here, okay, if you look closely, I think you can see right here, I have EMA, moving average, exponential moving average, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, MACD, RSI, right there. We have a lot of indicators right here. For those of you, if you are listening, I want you to cast your vote in chat which one of those indicators you would like to learn. And I'm going to go back to chat and see the most vote gets a video. And of course, if I'm going to try to put all of them, if I can cover all of them, and there are some of the easier indicators, there are some of the harder indicators, but I would like to see what indicators you guys want to learn. Basically, you use these indicators to help you to do your trades. And for example, I just briefly mentioned about, of course, moving averages. We have SMA, we have EMA. I'm going to explain in my video. And also that, this is a very common 200. If you see right here, MA 200, red right there. I'm not using the other ones, but I can use the other ones. But like I said, sometimes I don't like to put too many indicators. That just looks like so messy. Like, what are you trying to say right here? Just way too messy. I like the elegant look, right? So like I said, you guys, I want you to put your vote in the chat. Which one of these or any of these indicators you want to know more? And I am going to do a video on these based on how popular these indicators are. Okay, so that's them. So now let's go back to Alibaba. So that's Netflix and Facebook. Let's look at Alibaba right there. BABA. It's something very interesting. Here we go. Like I said, I'm going to have my watch list right here so you can see which stock I'm talking about. And also, the ticker is also right here. You can see it. That's the chart and that's the ticker. So Netflix. And now let's go on with Alibaba right there. All right. So let's take a look at Alibaba. Okay, my watch list. So Alibaba is also interesting. It's trading much higher. The reason why I want to talk about it, I always talk about like trading ideas before the market, is because they have huge moves. Look at Alibaba right there. Look at how much it moved. Let's look at how much it moved right there. You moved 2.5%. It's Alibaba. These are solid blue chips stocks. When you have a blue chip stock that moves more than 1%, 2%, huge move, okay? So this is interesting. Why? And of course, when it opens, it's going to be very interesting. As you can see right here, again, I said it's uptrend. So when it goes close to my 200 moving average, that's a good place to go long. So right here, it looks like it's going to meet that 200 moving average. So I think we're gonna have a very interesting entry point right there. So maybe around, I say like $214, $213, $214. That would be a very good position to go long. And of course, these Chinese stocks, we have talked about it. These Chinese stocks that have been punished because of the Chinese government policies and all of that. All of the big techs, they have been hit, and so right now it might be a good entry point to go back. You see that? If you look at this, Alibaba downtrend, just like right there, had a high of $320. So right now it's going downtrend. If you have a faith right here, this might be a good place to go back in. Let me see. Let me go auto, so I can see my highs right there. That's the high, which is last October, and obviously December, and for the past few months, it has been punished badly. And now it's like it might be going back. We'll see. It's kind of interesting. So like I said, if you like those stocks and if you want to invest in long term, now discount. It's interesting, but like I always say, I'm sure you have read my disclaimer that, you always have to have a stop loss. Do not trade with money that you don't have. Do not borrow money to trade. And don't trade irresponsibly. Invest responsibly, okay? Trade with money that you can afford to lose. That's how you win. I have so many stories. I have a lot of horror stories that I want to share with you guys, and I also have some of like very interesting stories. Yeah. For example, like a quick story, interesting. For example, one of my very it's kind of like a bigger sister to me. She's like she invested in this like a European. I don't even know the name. European ETF. It was a green energy and some kind of thing. I'm not really sure, but she told me she never looked at it, and she invested every month for 2 years, but for 3 or 2 years, but for the past 10 years, she didn't even take a look at it. And guess how much? And she had almost 500% return. It's not that much, but that's what I'm saying. If you are aiming for longer term, that's how you do it. You invest in these value stocks. Value stocks. You will get your money back. These indexes, they're great. SPY, great investments. I talked in one of my videos that most of my passive income come from SPY. So, think about it, right? So, like I said, if you invest, for example, I think everybody, you have $1,000 to invest. So try that, It's not going to hurt you that much. Alrighty? So Netflix. I want to flex. Netflix and Disney. Disney, I'm not sure yet, but Netflix, I like Netflix a little bit more personally. Just because I've seen their service. I am a subscriber, and I have a family plan, and I share with 2 other people, and awesome stuff. And by the way, do you know that Netflix? If you watch Netflix on Chrome, you can't get 1080p. So on Windows, you have to use Edge, Microsoft Edge, and if you're on a Mac, you have to use Safari. So this is because I was watching it on Chrome, and I was getting 720p, and one of my friends told me that if you're using Windows, you have to use a Microsoft Edge to watch it, to get 4K or 1080p if it supports 4K, if the video supports 4K, or if you have a premium membership, so you get a 4K. But other than that, like 1080p, Microsoft Edge. So that's something, I'm not sure if you guys know this. All right, so Netflix, risky stuff. They are not earning much. The money comes from subscriptions only. Unlike Disney, has a wider range of business. Rapunzel, Disney, they sell their products, of course. They have movies and all of that. Yeah, that's why Disney is a great brand. Yeah, but right now, I'm just not that confident because, movies, we can't go to movies. So, but in the long run, what's your voting options? Oh, like I said, I talked about, right here, I'm going to leave it right here, okay? EMA, exponential moving average, and moving average, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, MACD, RSI. So one of these things, if you're interested in learning one of these indicators, that just let me know in the chat and I'll be talking about them. All right, so we still have 8 more minutes before the market open. Now let's talk about, BA. God, I get distracted by you guys. You guys ask these great questions that I just get distracted. Let's come back to BA. Alibaba, all right, here we go. Trading, Premarket. Well, why? Here we go. This is interesting. With Alibaba is trading high, and why I think it's going to be very interesting is that because a BAT. Have you heard of BAT? B, BAT, A, Alibaba, T, Tencent, B, Baidu. So BAT, B-A-T, 3 huge tech giants in China. BAT, B-A-T, okay? Baidu, Alibaba, and Tencent. Now, Alibaba, this is really interesting that Alibaba, they are considering opening their ecosystem to Tencent Music. So this is very, very positive news. And I've read Seeking Alpha and the Bloomberg that a lot of analysts, they have very positive comments on the stock, and also for the second straight day as well. So this is very, very interesting news. Imagine, because usually they have that. Tencent Music, Tencent, Alibaba, Baidu. They are competing with each other, so they always have that a garden wall to protect themselves. To hey, we have to protect ourselves. So it's very interesting that they're considering. So I'm not really sure if they have signed any agreements or not. So that's something very interesting that they are considering opening its ecosystem to Tencent Music. Imagine 2 giant tech giants that are working together. That's going to be wonderful. And who is going to benefit from all of that? Us. Well, we're not Chinese, so no. But our stocks will benefit. So yeah. So that's that. That's going to be interesting. Consumers, they're going to benefit. That's the thing. If it benefits consumers, they're spending willingness is going to be higher, so they're willing to spend more. So that's what I'm thinking. So yeah, I am optimistic. I'm very positive. I have a positive sentiment on Alibaba. That's what I'm thinking. And now let's look at the last one, which is kind of like not a blue chip stock. It's something that it had a huge move today, and it's not a pink sheet, or it's not a penny stock per se. It's a CIDM or CIDM. This is interesting because obviously, like if you can see right here, it's $1 right there, right? CIDM right here, it's $1. All right, let me try different chart to see if the volume is correct. I think this volume, if the volume is different, let me know. But this chart, it shows you my L2, my order book L2, that we have a lot of people. They want to get in around $1.30. So this one. In the pre-market, of course, the first thing is that their shares are trading higher because they beat their earnings, and it's a media company, and they got their streaming revenue rose 197%, which is really huge number. So I think it's something very interesting. If you invest this, if this goes like Netflix in the future, that's just gonna be wonderful, right? It's $1. This is what I call something. The price is it high or low? I'm not sure because I cannot say price high or low, but I can say the price is cheap. It's a cheap price. But sometimes they kind of use cheap and high and low interchangeably. So you gotta be careful with these words. But it's not an expensive stock. That's what I mean. All right. So if I buy 10,000 shares, that's $10,000. So it's okay. $10,000. That's like what? That's like you can't even buy a lot of apples. So yeah, CIDM, it's going to be very interesting. And if you can see right here, let me show you that it's trading higher right now. So that's like a 36% from $1.08. Yesterday, I think it closed around $1. So right now it's trading at $1.37. So it's going to be volatile when it opens. So when you have these stocks, always be careful that at the open. Usually, I don't trade the open immediately when a stock is very volatile. I take a close look and I see when the trend kind of like when it assumes it's trend, or when I see indication that trend is there, that I'm going to be more comfortable trading that. So that's it. Yeah. So here we go. Do you have any? Font size crew for grandpa to vote? Yeah, I am sorry. So I'm very sorry that these kind of small, but maybe I can fix it by here. We have a couple of more minutes. I'm gonna quickly fix it. Okay, I'm gonna quickly fix it right here, so at least you can pause the video and take a look at it. So here we go. I'm going to write it right here, so you can see what you are voting for. EMA. Exponential moving average, Bollinger Bands, okay, VWAP, here we go, and MACD, and last one is RSI. All right, so vote, EMA, MA, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, MACD, RSI. So these are indicators. They help you to do your trading. So that's one. So if you guys have enough vote, I will see which one I want to do in my video. Hopefully it helps you guys, and you can benefit from these indicators. And like I said, there's no holy grail of which indicators is the best. It's all personal preference. Like I said, and some of the most advanced traders, they only have two, at most two, or even just one. They like the simplicity. They like the simple and the clean look, because it has market has a lot of noise. So you want to filter that noise as much as possible. But sometimes it's really nice to have some kind of a guide. Okay, EMA. Okay, everybody's voting differently. I see that votes are coming in. Great. Who said that? Who said that grandpa size? All right, Prudent Grant. You have my name. All right, awesome. So here we go. Grant, good stuff. Kudos to you. So EMA, MA, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, MACD, and RSI. So that's that. All right. So 1 minute before market opens, I am going to place my trades now, and that's it for today, guys. Leave in the chat, and if you are watching this video after my live stream, leave it in the comment section below. And this is Grant. Trade and invest responsibly. See you next time.